Hi everyone, and welcome to a very long anticipated vlog number 4. Now I've got a really itchy nose, which is a great start, so let me just give it a scratch before we begin. On the outside, I hasten to add. Okay, now we can begin. So, how are you guys? I'm sorry it's taken absolutely forever. I've not been in the best of health. There's been a few things happening to me, but we shall have a catch up and I'll fill you in on what's been going on. So, as you know, I was exploring oxalates last week to try and see if that helped my gut health, and I found a few things out along the way. I've started the Facebook group, as you knew, and that's going quite nicely. It's only a little group because it's quite a specific niche, but there's 100 people in that group, so that's great because 100 people are all recipe sharing and learning what works for them, which is fantastic because, one sec, this is rooibos tea, by the way. It's absolutely fantastic, and that's high in magnesium. So I'm just going to show you the tea bag packet. And this is vanilla rooibos tea, and I got this from Sainsbury's, but I'm sure you can get it from elsewhere. It's spelt rooibos, but pronounced rooibos, and it's absolutely magical, and it's full of magnesium and antioxidants and all sorts of wonderful things. So if you see me slurping as we're going, it's because I'm trying to absorb all the nutrients I can. Okay, so that's one exciting thing. The other thing is I have started an Instagram page just for people who might not access information on Facebook or on YouTube, so that I can upload the videos on there as well, and so they don't miss out. And it's unexpectedly ended up really taking off with over 1,150 followers in less than 3 weeks, which is just bananas because I never expected that at all. But it's great, and they're a really nice community on there. Really positive people. I've not had any negativity so far. Like-minded vegans who are all on their own journey for health reasons, or for, you know, vegan for the animal reasons. But it's just nice to collaborate and have a look at what everybody else is doing, get ideas from them, give ideas to them, and there seems to be a real sense of sharing in that community, which is absolutely brilliant. On that group, I haven't really been mentioning oxalates too much because I don't think it's the right audience for it. I have put some hashtags underneath the post and put low oxalate on the dishes that are low oxalate, but it was quite interesting to find that when I went on Instagram, there was hardly any information about oxalates at all. Tea break, sorry. Way more on Facebook. So maybe that's due to the people who are tending to be doing low oxalate diets in general, maybe because it's to do with kidney complaints. It might have a slightly older audience, though that is a huge stereotype. I'm sure there's younger people with kidney problems as well. Well, obviously there are. But you hashtag low oxalate on Instagram and maybe there's 100 posts maximum. Not many at all. Loads more on Facebook. So 2 different audiences, and it seems to be branching in different ways. So my Facebook group, a lot of people are new to it, and a lot of people who do low oxalates are very anti vegetables, and some people are doing a complete carnivore diet, which personally I think is a really bad idea, especially because of all of the links to cancer and carcinogens that are in meat, and the fact they're not getting all of the nutrients from the veg that they should be doing. There's many veg that are low oxalates, and there is absolutely no reason to cut them out altogether. That's just bonkers in my opinion, and I'm sure it would play absolute havoc with your microbiomes in your gut. For example, cauliflower and broccoli are low oxalate, and radishes are, just to name a couple off the top of my head. Most cabbages are absolutely fine. Peas are fine. So I really think if people are completely cutting that out, that it's not going to be doing them much good. But, you know, each to their own. I started the low oxalate vegan group in the UK, mainly for recipes, but it's interesting because people aren't specifically asking for recipes. They're just saying, look, what can I eat? I'm really, really stressed because I've been told that I need to eat low oxalate recently and I can only have X, Y, and Z, and I just can't think of any meal plans. There's lots of different oxalate counters out there. Some of them are saying that the oxalate count for a certain item is one thing, and then when you look on a different oxalate counter, it's different, and they're confused. So, you know, I'm no expert. I didn't start the group claiming to be an expert. I just said, hey, I've got some recipes. If you've got recipes as well, let's get together and share them. I think people are getting a bit more brave, but when I first started it out, a lot of people were quite shy and weren't coming forward. But, you know, things take time. And if they can gain something from that, then it's a start, and eventually they'll find their niche and we can share. And it's a journey. What I don't want to do is jump to a complete conclusion that my oxalate levels are really, really high without having this OAT test, because that's just crazy. But I thought, just one sec, tea break. I thought, what is the harm, as long as I'm eating a balanced diet, of cutting out some of the high oxalate foods and seeing how I feel? And do you know what? I've made a few discoveries along the way. I'm not saying I'm there 100%. It's not been a complete elimination diet. I am not that disciplined over the food. However, I did cut out chocolate entirely. That's vegan chocolate, because I don't have dairy chocolate anyway. And for Valentine's Day, my lovely other half got me a vegan Bounty chocolate bar and a Vigo hazelnut. And me, like a pig, because it was Valentine's Day and because I hadn't had chocolate in weeks, decided to eat the whole family-size bar and the Vigo bar all in one go. And I felt absolutely dreadful for about maybe 48 hours after that. And it came on pretty much instantly. And obviously, it's not my partner's fault that I felt poorly. And I might not have done with a lower amount. But wow, the difference, and my horrible rumbly gut, and it felt, you know, distended, uncomfortable. I felt really inflamed. And it took me quite a long time after that to get okay again. I was going to do a Valentine's vlog for you guys, but I felt so poorly on Valentine's Day and the day after that I've not managed to do anything until now. And now is the 21st of February. And I thought I'd better get my skates on. It's my birthday tomorrow. I'm 42 tomorrow. I don't want to be doing a vlog on my birthday because I've got other things to be getting on with on my birthday. And I thought it's a good time to do a vlog because I'm thinking about everything that's happened so far and what I want for the future. Now, I don't know if I mentioned in my other vlogs, and for those of you who are just joining us on episode 4, my overall aim is to have IVF. I have a problem with my fallopian tubes where they're both completely blocked. And due to that, I will have to have IVF in order to get pregnant. So the NHS, for those of you who aren't from the UK, our health system, have said I can have 1 round of IVF as long as I am a certain weight. I'm not going to tell you what that weight is because then you'll know what weight I am, and I don't feel like disclosing that publicly. But basically I have 3.5 stone to lose, and I have to lose that before I'm 43 because at the moment, the criteria is that you have to have a BMI. I'll tell you the BMI. Okay. You have to have a BMI of under 29. And you have to be 42 or under, because if you're 43, they say that your egg count has gone down so much that there's not really much point doing it. If you're paying privately, obviously, you can have as many goes as you like, but they're not going to waste their money on you if they think that it's not going to be feasible. And even at 42, you only get 1 round, where I think when you're under 40, You get 2 rounds. And it's a bit of a postcode lottery. It depends where you live. Some other areas you get 2 rounds, some other areas you get 3. Some you get none at all. There's NICE guidelines, or NICE, I'm not sure how you pronounce it, NICE, which is like hospital or health organisation guidelines of what they recommend, but it is up to each local CCG what they decide to go with. So for me, I've got 1 shot of IVF on the NHS, but only if I can lose this blasted weight. And I've still got 3.5 stone to lose. And I did have at one point I had 5 stone 13 to lose. So I've done well, but it's taken me so long. And if the doctors would have originally diagnosed me as they should have done and done all of the tests, they'd have found out what the problem was and they wouldn't have wasted so much time. I had to beg, I had to report them, complain to the practice manager, threaten to report them to the CCG before they would even listen to me and before they would let me go and have the tests that I needed to have done. But anyway, that's a long story and that's going down a completely different route. But I just wanted to let you know where I'm at with that. So, have I been calorie counting? No, not really. The reason being is I'm getting so many different conflicting viewpoints on, if you're eating the right food, you shouldn't need to be calorie counting. And then you've got Tim Spector saying you should have, 30 different plants a week, but then other people are saying, yeah, but oxalates are really bad because spinach, like if you have a cup of spinach, it's got 750 milligrams of oxalates in it. And if you've got high oxalates, that can really upset your gut. So it's just crazy. And I think what I'm going to need to get done is one of these OAT tests. Tea break. But the OAT test costs money and yada, yada, yada. I've got loads of expenses at the moment with boring things that I'm not going to bother going into. But yeah, I need to get the test. But in the meantime, I'm trying to do balance. I'm not doing calorie counting, but at the same time, I'm trying to increase the right vitamins like magnesium, calcium. I can't ever remember how to pronounce it, but I think it's chromium picolinate, which is for PCOS. So if I have that in conjunction with inositol, which is inositol, that's going to help with the PCOS. It's all about lowering the insulin levels in the blood. It's about helping the insulin resistance. And once you've got the right nutrients going on, once the gut is as it should be, I shouldn't be as hungry, I shouldn't be as puffy and as inflamed. And then it should be easier to lose the weight in theory. So far, so good. I do feel that my gut is healing. I feel a lot better. I'm not constantly in pain all the time. I don't feel as inflamed. I do feel more vibrant. My skin feels better. I've been drinking a lot more water. I've been laying off the diet cola. And that in itself, I think, has made a massive difference. I constantly normally have a really sore gut, and I just haven't had that at all. So something is going right, but I'm having little hiccups along the way, and I'm correcting those hiccups. Okay, so just trying to remember what I've told you so far and what I've not. Excuse me. So, next step. Okay, I'm finding that I'm maintaining the weight and that my gut feels better, which is great, but I do need to lose some weight. So I'm going to try and just have a balanced, maybe 2 or 3 meals a day. I don't start eating until lunchtime because I find that works for me. I get up pretty late, about 9:30, and I go to bed about 12:30 or 1. And 11:30 is when I first start to get hungry. So I eat about 11:30 or 12, my first meal. Then I have a small meal at about 4 and then another one at about 8 o'clock. And that is working for me at the moment. I'm going to try and consciously reduce the amount of fats and just have fats in the nuts and seeds and the avocados rather than cooking in oil. I'm not going to completely cut it out, but I'm going to consciously reduce it. So what kind of things have I been eating? Well, if you go Beck's Plant-Based Journey to Health on Instagram, you can have a look at some of those dishes. And it's been a joy to make them, if I'm being honest. I've used different sources. I've used Deliciously Ella, and I've just Googled some recipes. I've got ideas from other people off Instagram. Like somebody made a really nice avocado and banana mousse by just combining the two together. And it was really lovely. And I put on some cinnamon. And that actually is high oxalate, but I only put a tiny bit on. And it was nice. And I think it would have been better chilled, but it was a really lovely dessert. I had it for breakfast because for some weird reason I was in a sweet mood, and I'm never in a sweet mood. But yeah, good one to have. So very quickly, before I leave you, I'm just going to show you some of the things that I have been eating and discovering and that I'm going to try out this week. So we have this green pea fusilli. It is a pasta made from green peas. And that's from Sainsbury's, I believe. And I've not had it yet. I'll give you the verdict next time. Red lentil penne pasta, which is really good as well. Both of them will give me some protein because of the lentils and the peas. I'm not having wheat. I've cut out gluten. So I'm going to use these instead because I'm not doing well with the corn pasta. Although it's gluten-free, it's really affecting me. So that's a no-go. These are next on the list to try. I'm finding the least processed, the better, but that's just obvious, isn't it, really? This is my Inositol that I have for my PCOS, along with my chromium bicolinate. If I've pronounced that wrong, please correct me in the comments underneath. I'm trying pea milk, and that sounds a bit gross because you probably think of green peas and think, that sounds horrible. But it's not. It's made from yellow split peas, and it's not offensive. It's pretty neutral, and it's less acidic in the taste when I'm comparing it to coconut milk. And I was fed up of coconut milk, so this is the trial for the week. And yeah, it was all right. What else? I've showed you the rooibos tea. I'm taking crude blackstrap molasses. I am just spooning it into my mouth, 2 teaspoons a day, and that's supposed to help with the iron. A lot of people have it in milk or plant-based milk or in water, but no, I'm just hardcore. I just put the whole lot in my mouth. It's quite a strong, treacly taste, but hopefully that should raise my iron levels somewhat. I'm having Beatnik Bees Vegan Honey, Hunny, not Honey, made from apples and, oh gosh, can't see, I think I need glasses. Apple juice, sugar, treacle, and natural flavourings. It's not bad. I've had a few vegan honeys. The best one I've had so far is Northern Pantry pear honey, which is absolutely insane. And for tea tonight, I'm probably going to have some kind of a white rice dish with a butternut squash. And I might turn that into some type of a curry with a little bit of coconut milk, but I'm not going crazy on the coconut milk because of the calories and I'm trying to lose weight. So yeah, butternut squash has fallen on the floor. So any comments or questions, please pop them underneath. I'll try not to rabbit as much on the next one because I see I'm on 18 minutes 59. Okay, so I'll see you guys next time. Hopefully it won't be as long, and I'll let you know how I'm progressing. So take care. Have a lovely week, and I will see you when I'm 42.